Hello YouTube, it's Randy with 3D Junk Removal and Rentals. Today's going to be a little bit different video than my normal ones. For one, I'm not driving around my truck like usual, so I'm sitting in an office. So, but I wanted to go over a few tips and ideas, some pointers on the junk removal business and getting into it. If you've followed any of my videos, you know I'm only about maybe 3 months into it. Started back in sometime in October, doing it as a side job, and I still have my full-time job. But I went through a lot of disasters so far in a few months, and I know I'm still got a long ways to go and got a lot more to learn. I'm not even remotely close to figuring it all out or being really top notch or anything, but I'm getting there. I'm trying to get there. But I got a few things I wanted to go over, what I've learned so far. I started out in October or whenever I did, and really jumped right into advertising like everybody says, put it on Facebook, Craigslist, and I used Thumbtack. And right off the bat, Thumbtack became the number one place I was getting my bids, getting all my jobs. Facebook, I really wasn't getting nothing. Google, I hadn't really created anything yet. I have my Google My Page or whatever, Google My Business, but wasn't really nothing coming off of it. And so for me, it was mainly Thumbtack, and I actually, talked highly about them in my first few videos, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to, I wouldn't have started it, because I felt like, I wasn't getting anything anywhere else. And I was getting 3 or 4 bids, leads a day, and getting quite a few jobs off Thumbtack. The last few weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, I stopped pretty much using that. I haven't uploaded any more money on there, and I've started leaning more towards organic, Facebook, and word of mouth. I'm only a few months into it, but I feel like I'm starting to build enough. I'm getting there. I'm starting to build enough of it where I don't have to do those pay per lead ads. And I really did talk highly about Thumbtack at the beginning, but as I realized, it is what it is. You're getting, you could make anywhere from, on the low end, 900, up in probably 2,000 per $150 that I deposited on there. So to each his own. If you don't mind that, you use it as a just another bill for your business, then it's fine. You could use Thumbtack. I stopped liking I stopped wanting. Hold on, how do I rephrase it? I didn't like the idea that I was getting charged, upwards of $15, $20, and I wasn't getting the job. And you can't reach out to people if they don't reach out to you. You can see them, they have a section where you can look at all the jobs available, but those people don't get to see your comments. So at least they didn't for mine. Nobody ever looked at a comment unless they reached out to me specifically. And I'm not bad about Thumbtack. I probably will still use them a little here and there, but I'm trying to lean more towards organic. I am paying for my Facebook. I also stopped the payment on those because it seemed like it was a little high, Facebook ads, and I'm getting more from just the local buy sell trades, and there are issues with that. I know a lot of people can't figure out how to post on them without them getting deleted, and there's kind of a little bit of a trick to that, and if you want to know, I can go into that more. But anyway, so what I learned the last few months is definitely do your best to not have to pay for the ads. Use that money elsewhere. Once you start getting the ball rolling, people are going to start hearing about you. You're not going to have to worry about that. So get away from paper leads or paper ads, whatever, as fast as you can, and get into the organic part of it. The second one would be reinvesting in your business. I started out, I have a truck, but it's a company truck that for my full-time job, and my girlfriend had a truck at the house too that we really weren't using, and so I started out using both of them. Um, I'd borrow whichever one I could, or if the job was around my work, I would go ahead and use the work truck. But it's got my other job advertised all over it, so, and I get it. It's a family business. My dad owns it, and so he kind of frowned upon it, like we're putting all this junk inside this truck. He didn't really like it, so I knew they were getting a little bit tired of it, and so I knew I had to upgrade as fast as I could. But in reinvesting into it, I mean, I started out with no trailer. I borrowed a trailer from work. Now I have three. I've bought three new trailers, and it can't even keep those empty. And I have, and I just, if you looked at my other video a few days ago, I upgraded and bought an F350. Yes, I financed it, but I didn't go out and it's a 2012, so it's really old. I mean, I didn't go get the fanciest or anything like that, so it's really cheap. Something I can maintain, and even if this business didn't work out, I could still make the payment on it with no issues. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get too far in debt. So I would definitely say, instead of, you get all that cash from all these jobs, I know it's tempting to go out to dinner or go buy, keep up with the Joneses, but you definitely got to put that money right back into the business. That's going to be the biggest difference between somebody who succeeds and doesn't, is how they manage that money. That's very important. And then the third one, another thing I've learned, it's kind of embarrassing, but and we all should already know how to do it, but you definitely got to learn how to tie them loads down. I know that sounds pretty stupid, but I had an incident, which I haven't put on here yet, and I'll go ahead and tell the story now. But I had an incident where I was driving with a couple couches and a futon on a trailer that didn't have any sides on it. And I was going down the highway, and I thought, these things are heavy. It's not going to affect nothing. Well, the futon ended up coming off the trailer and hitting a car behind me, and it busted their front bumper. I didn't even know it. They pulled in front of me and turned the flashers on and kind of slowed down. So I immediately, and it was dark, so I didn't know, but I realized something was up. So I pulled over. The family didn't speak English, so it was hard to communicate with them. But I did get out of them that it wasn't her car, it was her daughter's. And so I followed them to a gas station, waited about an hour for the daughter to get there, and I exchanged information with her. Thank goodness that she was nice enough to let me pay out of pocket instead of going through insurance. That cost me $1,800, and that was probably only week 3 into this little business. And I did have the money from saved up from this business, but that's a big it took about everything I had starting out, and that was a stupid mistake on my part, thinking that I could get away with not having to do it. And I'm just so lucky that it didn't do any more damage than it did, or that it didn't hurt anybody. But that was definitely the moment for me when I realized I have to invest in a bigger trailer with sides, to try to prevent something like that again. And that's when I went out and got the trailer I got, pretty much like within the next couple of days. So that was really stupid on my part. It's a lesson learned. I didn't put any video on that one yet, though, just because you would think that we'd understand how to go ahead and tie things down, but sometimes we cut corners, and that's what I did. I didn't spend the extra few minutes to tie it down, and it cost me $1,800, and thank goodness that was all, and that didn't cost anything else. But so that would be a small tip that I throw. Well, not a small tip, but that would be a tip or something that I would let y'all know, that you definitely got to take that extra time and tie them loads down. You definitely don't want that happening. The same thing that happened to me. And so, other than that, the biggest other thing I would say is kind of to piggyback off this, is advertising. I don't know how many of y'all advertise on Facebook or not, but I would definitely say do more research on it and try to tighten up your shot group. Try to get that advertising a lot better, make it get more bang for your buck, and make sure you're advertising in your area, because I see too many people that that advertise and they're not even around. They're not even nowhere around. So figure out how to get that in your area. Another tip is, I would say, what I'm learning is a lot of people seem to look down when you tell them you're doing junk removal, or you're doing it as a side, whatever, side job. The first thing that people want to do is tell you it's not going to work, or you're not going to make enough money. How are you going to do this? How are you going to support this? It's all I got to say is it's your dream. If it's something you want to do, don't listen to any of the haters. Let them continue to say it. And most of them, unfortunately, most of them, your closest family members, are going to tell you that it's not going to work. The best thing to do is show them instead of tell them. Don't keep them updated on every little thing you're doing in the business, or you're going to always be hearing the negative parts of it. And there's another pretty popular junk guy on here that I like to watch, Junk Guy DFW. I know you won't ever watch this video, but I just want to tell you do a really good job on your videos. What I like is you see his work side of it, all dirty, getting in the dirt, when he's doing all of his jobs, and then you see him with his family and his wife, and he's all in a suit, sophisticated looking. People probably think of him completely different whenever they see him like that, if they don't know what he does for a living. But that's just kind of a way to show you that this junk job doesn't define you, and it doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares what you do for a living? As long as that's your dream and that's what you want to do. I mean, the money's there. So a lot of people got to go to their 9 to 5 and deal with their bosses, deal with all that stress of all their coworkers, and you can make your own schedule, get to relax, get to speed. You don't want to screw off too much, but you get to kind of be at your own pace in this business. So don't listen to them. Don't listen to your naysayers. Don't listen to your family members. Don't let them get to you, because I got a lot that are telling me this ain't gonna work. But I'm only 3 months into it, and I probably honestly could stop my full-time job right now and go straight into junk removal, because it's making enough money. I'm barely home anymore, because other than once I get off my full-time job, I'm doing this in the evenings, and I'm doing it on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. I'm busting my ass to make sure it's working, and it's, I'm very happy, very proud of how far I've gone in only the 3 months, and I got a long ways to go. Ain't none of us there yet. We all can improve, so there's always room for improvement. But I just wanted to jump on here and do a different type of video a little bit, and give y'all a few tips on what I'm learning, what's gonna work for me, what is working for me. Hopefully it'll work for you. If you got any questions or anything, or want to see any more content, please let me know about it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, and hit that like button over there, and please like this video, and let's get the word out. I would like to see how far this thing can go. All right, well, if you got any questions or anything, just put them down in the comments below. If not, have a good day. God bless.